You know, it seems like every time we come to a road course, there's always two drivers that just keep popping up. Sitting here in Watkins Glen, watching those racing men, bending fenders and smoking tires. Looks like there'll be some overtime. Rusty Wallace and Ricky Rudd love to race hub to hub with just one thing to prove. Who's king of the road?
I'll tell you, when you got somebody like Rusty Wallace on your rear bumper, you better use every inch of this road.
Ricky, I've been on the road in the grass and in the dirt trying to get around you, but this time I'm going to be looking at you in my rearview mirror.
Who's king of the road? This could be interesting.
ESPN, celebrating its 10th season as the world's leader in motorsports coverage, presents Speed World. Today, from the road course at Watkins Glen, New York, the Budweiser at the Glen Winston Cup race. We have a partly cloudy day here in the Finger Lakes region of New York. The temperature in the upper 70s. Humidity is 50%, and there's a 30% chance of rain this afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bob Jenkins, and welcome to Watkins Glen, New York. The second road course race of the 1989 season for the Winston Cup drivers. The first, of course, at Sears Point International in California, won by Ricky Rudd. Now, the last 8 Winston Cup races on road courses have been won by 3 drivers. We call them the trifecta trio. Tim Richmond won 3 in a row. Then Rusty Wallace won 3 in a row. Ricky Rudd has won 2 in a row and goes for number 3 here this afternoon. Now, after today, we move to Michigan International Speedway, a 2-mile high-banked racetrack. But then after that, we enter a totally different phase of the season. Races on tracks 1.5 miles or shorter, and the point standings as we know them now could definitely change. For more on that, let's go to Ned Jarrett.
Bob, the race here today on a road course could be very crucial as far as those Winston Cup point standings are concerned. There are so many variables that can put you out of a race. Let's take a look at the top 5 in the Winston Cup point standings. Dale Earnhardt, the road courses have not been a long suit for him in the past, even though he has a good qualifying run here today. But he would just like to lead a few laps, get some bonus points, maybe a top 5 finish, and get on out of here to those oval tracks. Darrell Waltrip has certainly had good success on road courses in the past, but not in recent years. But he was leading here a year ago when he had transmission problems, so he thinks he has a good shot today. Mark Martin hasn't won anywhere yet. His car's not running as well as he would like here today. He, like Earnhardt, would like to have a top finish, get on out of here to the oval courses. Bill Elliott, who has come from 33rd in the Winston Cup point standings to 4th since the beginning of the season. He won his very first race on a road course at Riverside, California back in the early 80s. He thinks he has a good shot to move up in the point standings today. And Rusty Wallace certainly has had a lot of success recently on the road courses, and he would like to make up some of the ground that he lost at Talladega a couple of weeks ago when he went out of that race early, dropped him down to 5th in the point standings. Now, to get around this road course, one of the crucial points is here in turn 1 behind me. If they don't get in here good and able to get off of this turn, they're not going to go through the S's very well, and down the long straightaway where so much speed is made up on this racetrack. It's a very crucial turn. There's another crucial turn here, too, that might have an outcome on the winner of this race, and Benny Parsons is standing there.
Ned, I'm standing at the exit of turn 7, a crucial corner because you can get here and get to the start-finish line, which is right down the road before another driver. You get 5 bonus Winston Cup points, and they mean everything. These guys are desperately trying to get every point that they possibly can. You talked about the outcome of the race. Watch this. Last year on the last lap, Rusty Wallace desperately trying to get by Ricky Rudd to win the race. Could not do it. He tried everything. The grass, the dirt. There wasn't enough pavement. This year, maybe there will be enough pavement for Rusty Wallace to get by. At the entrance to pit road, it can be exciting, and Jack Arute is there.
Benny, there are indeed some changes on pit entrance here at Watkins Glen. First and foremost, due to the fact that you go around this racetrack at about 1 minute and 15 seconds or so, a lot of teams are considering the possibility of pitting under green flag conditions. Instead of waiting for the caution and stacking themselves up on pit road, they feel they can come in under green, change 4 tires, take on fuel, and be able to get back out without having to worry about wrecking their race car in close quarters. Now, if they do come onto pit road, it is inviting, but there's only approximately 25 feet per pit crew for which they can do their work. So it makes for close quarters, especially if they come in under the caution. Gives crews a lot to think about. driver that has a lot to think about is back way up at the end of pit road with my colleague Jerry Punch right now. Jerry?
Well, thank you, Jack and Rude. One driver who's got a lot to be concerned about today is a big field of cars behind him. Standing with me, the pole sitter, Morgan Shepherd. And Morgan, a lot of people were surprised, probably even you were surprised, at the fact that you're sitting on the pole here for the Budweiser at the Glen.
Well, Jerry, the same thing happened to us last year at Pocono. We wasn't running quite as quick as some of the other guys, but our car was real tight. And so we were setting up for race conditions. And the same thing happened here, believe it or not. Our car was real tight. And when we qualified, we got in a real good lap.
Not only will you have a chance to start the Busch Clash in 1990, but you will also get a chance at that Unocal Challenge money, over $121,000 up for grabs today, if you can stay out front. That's the big question. Can you stay out front?
I feel like we can. The Valvoline Pontiac is handling real well. We may not run out front all day long, but at the end, I feel like the handling of the car is going to be real good, and we got a good shot at it.
Looks like Bodon's going to make the move on the first lap. But watch for Morgan Shepherd throughout the day. He's very smooth and very consistent. Morgan, we'll let you go get in the car. We know you're hurrying you down to get in the car and get ready to start the race. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Morgan Shepherd will start from the pole today. Let's go back upstairs to Bob Jenkins. Bob?
Thanks, Jerry. And Morgan is only the 6th driver to win a pole position during the 1989 Winston Cup season. It's his first pole position since Pocono last year on the 2.5-mile super speedway. Our Speed World coverage of the Budweiser at the Glen is being brought to you by Quaker State Motor Oil. The big Q stands for quality, always has, always will. By Mr. Goodwrench. Mr. Goodwrench knows it's not just a car, it's your freedom. By Pontiac and your local Pontiac dealer, we build excitement. And by the First Name in Filters, Purolator, exceptional protection for exceptional vehicles like yours. Watkins, Glen, New York, and the Budweiser at the Glen Winston Cup race live here on ESPN is just moments away. Stay with us.
There's a